Hi everyone, welcome to the Shooting Lone Star with Ram from the Austin Gooners. Hi bro, how are you?
What's up, man? How you doing? It's been a good week so far. Busy week. I'm excited, man. A lot of stuff going on with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, 5 wins in a row now. We're really flying. Such a good performance against Leicester. We made them look average. It was a comfortable win. They barely created anything. We were creating many chances. Got a couple of goals and yeah, really vital 3 points for us. Your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, man. It was definitely comfortable is a great way to describe it. I was like really nervous going into it. I won't even lie. I don't know if I conveyed that, I guess, when we chatted about it, but I think as the day got closer, or whatever, yeah, I was a little nervous, but it turned out like we dominated them pretty well. I know they had like a lot of possession in like the last 15 minutes, but they were pressing, trying to make something happen. So that's just how the game goes. But man, we looked really good. Like there was even some of the fans were starting to scream like "Olé, Olé" when all the passes were going back and forth. Like that's when you know like you're really like just in a groove. Um, and yeah, man, I mean everybody. I can't really say. I mean, I could probably come up with some negative things to say to be nitpicky, but I just feel like overall, like it was a fun match to watch, man. Like we looked good, and granted, one thing a lot of people are saying is like these are matches that Arsenal is supposed to win, and to a degree they are correct, but I always like to just go back to maybe a few years ago and like these would also still be games that Arsenal were supposed to win, and we'd either draw them or lose them. Like we'd figure out a way to blow it. So the fact that we're winning games we're supposed to win, like that's still something to celebrate and be excited about. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm.
Leicester, they've been having a bad season, but we know they're a good team, a lot of dangerous players. So for us to keep them quiet,
Harvey
like,
Barnes, man.
yeah, they got some really dangerous players. So again, our defense was rock solid. Got to really shout out our defense. They've been really solid this season. Ramsdale made that crucial save. And then, yeah, going forwards, we're creating chances. Scored from a corner, set piece. Partey, really good performance from him. Happy he got a goal. It's been a while since he scored. And then Lacazette, it was a penalty, but he took it really well. And hopefully that's going to help his confidence. He goes on a run of scoring goals now.
Yeah. Um, I mean, Party should have had a hat trick, kind of like what Odegaard said in the post game. Like he had the header, which was really well taken, and a nice corner, I think, by Martinelli. But then he had one of his long shots that hit the post, like 6 inches inside, and that was a goal. And then the header that won the penalty, that was going in. And like I was like, okay, that has to be handball because there was nobody in front of him, and like there was no way that he didn't put enough on the ball for it to go in. So like Party is that guy is really coming into his own. I was really excited by the way he played. Like he scored the same, like his first goal earlier in the season. He scored it in the same manner, although it was kind of like it kind of deflected off of him, so it wasn't like a super clean hit. But he gets credited with the goal. But this one was just like, on it. And I know that a big stat that a lot of people or a lot of commentators are bringing up was Leicester's like one of the worst teams in the league when it comes to set piece defense. So we really took advantage of it in both matches and did the double on them. So we're good to go against them. Yeah, I think, and I'm glad we scored early, and I think that helped ease me as a supporter just watching. But you could probably also you could tell like the team was just having fun, especially after that first goal. It was just smooth sailing. I mean, I can't come up with a even better way to describe it. Like we just look comfortable out there, happy, enjoying the game.
Yeah, and another stat that I saw is that we've not conceded a goal from a corner. So that's an amazing achievement for us. We used to be really dodgy when it comes to set pieces, but yeah, definitely improved. Shout out to the coach in charge of that Arteta brought in, the
Mhm.
specialist he brought in, done a great job. And yeah, so perfect team performance. Odegaard again, he was outstanding on the ball. It's just a thing of beauty watching him. The touches, the flicks, always looking to create something. Again, once again, he's been outstanding recently. He's just getting better and better.
I agree. He looks real good. A lot, I hear a bunch of old Arsenal players' names get brought up when they're trying to compare him. Like when you start getting compared to the legends and people who have made their mark with any franchise, right? When they start bringing up players that did it in the past, you're onto something, man. And it's been a real delight, like watching him play and get comfortable in his role. Him and Partey, like they just kind of are starting to like really find that partnership, man. And that's where we've always struggled, right, in the midfield. And I think we still have some improvements to make, right? We got to add depth, but the guys we got right now are really starting to come into their own at the right time. I mean, it's the light at the end of the tunnel is getting bigger and bigger, and we're running out of games, right? And we're still showing up and we're still playing. Like as you said, 5 wins in a row. I think 25 out of the last 30 points that have been up for grabs we've taken, and it's only been like a draw to Burnley and then the loss to Man City, which it should have been a win. Should have been a win or at least a draw. So like we've played pretty well minus that Burnley match. And I mean, and again, you could say whatever you want, like, oh, these are teams Arsenal should beat, but 25 out of 30 points for anybody across Europe, I think is even one of the top 5 teams right now. And like we're looking good, and we're not just getting lucky, but we're also like dominating. And I can't, again, I keep going back to that stretch. I don't even know at what point in the game it happened, but we just, I think Arteta mentioned something at the post game against Watford, how he said some ridiculous number like we need to take control of the game and make like 300,000 passes or something. I don't know what number he said. I don't know if you caught that, but like that's precisely what they did against Leicester. That one sequence where it was just pass after pass after pass after pass, and then we got close to scoring. I think we hit it long to Pepe, and like he wasn't. Did Pepe go in? I think so. Yeah, he went in like at the 85th minute. So we tried to like, even though we were still trying to kill some game time, like we still tried to like put pressure on them. And oh man, it was just a thing of beauty, man. Like that's like one of the prettiest games I've seen Arsenal play in a long time. Like we just looked smooth out there. It was amazing, man. I'm happy.
Yeah, sure. You can see that the team play is getting better and better. We're seeing a much better attacking style of play now. So hopefully it continues. We've got a big test coming up, as we know, Liverpool tomorrow. We'll get into that in a bit. But yeah, another game on the weekend that we must talk about involved 2 of our top 4 rivals. Man United against Tottenham. It finished 3-2 to Man United. It was a hell of a game. Ronaldo, hat-trick. Your thoughts on that match?
Dude, yeah, I mean, of course I tuned in, right? Like that's the one match I was like, I made lunch. I think it came around like I made lunch and made sure like I wasn't gonna do anything else but watch the match, just because it's 2 big teams. Both of them are big rivals, right? I mean, we have to play both of them. But man, I think if you're a neutral fan, like it was an incredible match to watch. I mean, the stars played big. Obviously, Ronaldo hit a hat trick, which second time he's ever done it, I think, in the Premier League. Like both, obviously, for Man United. But I will say, like, even though United had 3 goals, they were because of Ronaldo, and I think the rest of the team is very like average. Like it's just not like it was exciting, right? The goals are exciting. Tottenham had some good ones, but also one of Tottenham's goals was Harry Maguire, and like it was just a boneheaded play by him. And I still think that I still think we're clear of United as far as like talent goes, and like as far, not necessarily talent, but how we're playing as a team. And then the same thing with Tottenham. I mean, you can say they're inconsistent, but I think they're pretty actually they're very consistent in terms of just winning, losing, and they really never, even though United wasn't necessarily taking over the game, Tottenham never, you know, hopped on any real chances to kind of win. I mean, they basically were gifted back into it, and then Ronaldo is the one who kind of stole the show. Great performance by him. I'm not taking anything away from him, but I think outside of him, not really anything like I'm not excited about the like they don't scare me. Because what do you think? What do you think? Like it was just one of those games. Again, very exciting, lots of goals, but I'm not scared of either team at this point.
Yeah, as you're saying, both look really inconsistent. Both defenses look really weak. We
Mhm.
definitely our defense is much stronger, and now our attacking play is getting much better. So yeah, out of all the teams competing for the top four, we're playing the best and big favourites now. It's in our hands. Now we've got a good gap on all the teams below us with games in hand. So yeah, it's for us now to just concentrate on keeping consistent right up until the end of the season, and top four will be ours. So yeah,
Yep.
let's get into the Liverpool game. So it's a big test. I remember early in the season we went on a good run, and then we had to go play Liverpool away, and it was the same thing. We knew it was going to be a big test for us. Liverpool, as we know, they're a really good team. Them and Man City, best two teams in the Premier League in recent times. So it's going to be a really difficult game, but we're at home. We're in good form. The confidence is up. I'm hoping for a really good performance, and I think we will get a good performance. Maybe not get the win, but I'm confident that we can get a draw at least. Your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, exactly my thoughts. Same thing. I feel like backtracking to our first match that we played against them, 4-0 loss, but I remember distinctly saying what during the match, like the first 50 minutes or something, and I think they scored their first goal like in the 42nd minute or something like that. But I just remember feeling like we're in this, like we can play with these guys. It's like for the first 50 minutes, like we were going toe to toe with them. There was that sideline argument between Arteta and Klopp, like that fired up the crowd, and I think that fired up the team a little bit. And then I think once that first goal went in there, Sadio Mane at the 39th minute. Um, I think as time went on, uh, their I guess their physicalness, or physicality, I'll say, kind of started winning over. And like we're a young team, so our guys are like average age 24, where Liverpool's a little bit older, like 25, 26, or probably even older than that, 27, 28 years old. So they started taking over the game. Like you could just see it. Like these guys, they have more. Like you're a personal trainer, right? So like I think they just did. They did. Our team showed that like we need to just do more push-ups in the weight room, right? More bench press. Like that's what I noticed. Like that was my biggest takeaway from that match. I was like, these guys, we're just playing. We're young men playing against grown men, and like that's the biggest takeaway I got from it. So I wasn't even that upset at the 4-0 loss as a lot of people maybe were at that time. I remember being like, we showed what we can do for a good 50 minutes, and then just shit kind of like hit the fan, and we just couldn't keep up. And that's what I mean, Liverpool's one of the best teams in Europe, right? Like, so I think there's been a whole lot of games in between. Like after that, we hit that dip in January. And we're back up again. So yeah, I think another test kind of like that. But we've had that experience, we've had all that time, and I said all that to just say, I think I think we can bring it to them, and I think if we can score a goal early, we might have a chance to steal 3 points. But we gotta attack them. I think the same way we attacked Leicester, like we got to attack these guys, and we got to continue. Like same thing. Like I like the game plan from the last match that we played against Liverpool. Like we weren't afraid of them. So I think we just have to replicate that. But also, I think what didn't happen the last time was we weren't getting enough shots on goal. So I think we got to go toe to toe with them, but we have to get some shots on goal. Got to see if we can maybe, get awarded a penalty, score a goal, and that changes the whole dynamic. So yeah, I think, I'd be happy, I'd be over the moon if we can steal 3 points, but I'm rooting for a draw. And to be honest, I would not be entirely upset if we ended up losing the match, as long as it's like a close one, like 2-1, 1-0. Like I'm not. I'm pretty confident in our boys showing up and taking it to them. Like, what do you think? Like, I mean, it's a whole different state. Like, stakes are way different than they were 2-3 months ago.
Yeah, it's really important, as you said, that if we go on the front foot, like we did against Man City, we really went
Exactly.
for them, and same tactics we need to use here, really go for them. And just looking back at the match at Anfield, there's a couple of mistakes, as you said. We were really in the game. And I remember, like, we didn't have Teeny. Travis was playing, and he made a couple of mistakes. You remember it? And that really cost us, Lokonga as well was playing in the middle. So I don't think either of them are going to be playing tomorrow. And the players, that will replace them have got more experience. So hopefully, we can keep them mistakes to a minimum, giving the ball away, because that was what cost us. I remember that game. Like, we were doing really well, but we gave the ball away a couple of times. And they hurt us, So if we can just keep disciplined, go for them, we know we've got to trust in our defense now, and we're starting to create a lot more chances. The thing with Liverpool is, though, everyone talks about their attacking play. They got the big names, the Salahs, the Manes, the Jotas, and the Diaz that's coming now as well, and really good attacking players. But their defense is really solid. It's really hard to get through them. We played them 3 times this season, twice in the Carabao Cup, once in the Premier League. We haven't scored 1 goal yet against them. So, that for me, that's going to be the key for us to try and break them down. And hopefully, we can score. So, yeah, my prediction, I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. What about you?
I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna go with 1-1 as well. I think, but I think we score first, and I think we could. I think we hold them, and then maybe they do a late equalizer or something. As I'm saying, yeah, I want to see us attack. I want to see us get a goal early, and put us in the position. So I'd rather us be upset that we drop points against Liverpool. You know what I mean? Like saying, "Damn it, we could have won that fucking game." But a draw, I'd be so happy if we can get a draw, because that'll show that we've come a long way. Even if it was 0-0, man, like, I'll take a point, man. I don't care how we get a point, but 1-1 will be nice. I think, someone like, I think Odegaard is gonna just maybe have the game of his life tomorrow. That would be sweet, because he's a hot hand right now. He's just so composed in there, and he's won me over, man, as far as like the captaincy discussion is. Like, I think we should just give him the captain band, like, tomorrow. But I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen. But that's our future captain right there, man.
Yeah, for me, like, as I said to you last time we were talking about it, I want Teeny. I prefer Teeny, but Odegaard would be a great captain. He's a leader. You can see he's a leader on the pitch, the way he performs, and he's trying to always be all over the place, helping out his teammates. And really, the work rate of him, really happy with how he's going. And let's hope he has a great game tomorrow night, and let's hope for a great team performance. And confident, but obviously, we know the team we're playing is a serious team. So let's see how it goes. So also, I know it's hard to predict the game on the weekend, because we've got this game tomorrow. We don't know how the result's going to be. We don't know the injuries, suspensions, but we're playing Aston Villa away on Saturday. That's a tricky game. Villa, good team. They've got some good players. It's going to be a hard one. So, like I say, it's hard for you to predict that now. But just what's your thoughts on that one?
I mean, they're also a team in pretty solid form right now. I mean, I know they recently lost to West Ham 2-1. But before that, they beat Leeds 3-0, Southampton 4-0, Brighton 2-0. Before that, they lost to Brighton or Watford 1-0. So yeah, I mean, they're a team that's dangerous all the time. We're playing in there. We're in Villa Park, so yeah, away games are always a little bit more difficult. Yeah, we'll be coming off, an emotionally taxing match, I believe, in the few days or tomorrow, right, against Liverpool. So depending on that result, who knows, like how our team's going to respond. Hopefully, we escape with no injuries. I think that's going to be another one where, like, yeah, we want to win against Liverpool, and like, let's say we lose. I feel like that'll be a good. This match will be a good opportunity to just get over the match and just move on to the next one, right? And just say, all right, we got Villa now. Liverpool's in the past. Let's take it to these guys, right? Let's move on. Let's create a new streak. Whereas I think if we can beat Liverpool or get a point, like same thing. Like let's continue this momentum. Like shit, that if we win, that makes it 6 in a row. If we draw, that's 6 points or 6 matches undefeated. Still like we still get points. So yeah, I think either way, I think we're on a type of run, and the team is so in sync right now, and the messaging, like you hear the messaging from the players, like Odegaard and Partey, like they both, they asked them questions and they just kept saying on to the next one, or one game at a time, one game at a time. Biggest cliche I would think in sports, but it's one of the truest. I think it's so important to take each game for what it is and treat it like, as I've mentioned before, a cup final. We have like 12 cup finals left, and so yeah, I think we'll be able to turn it around and get a win fairly easily. Like I think another 2-0 win against Villa, although it might be more uncomfortable than the score says, maybe like 2 goals in the late in the second half. But I think we'll be able to pull it off at the end. What do you think?
Yeah, I think as you're saying, it's going to be a chance either to recover from a disappointing result against Liverpool. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it'll be a win, or worst case a draw, and we're just carrying that momentum on. But yeah, it's going to be a difficult game, though. The way they've been playing, they're at home, some really good players they got in there. So I think it'll be close, but I think we'll get a 2-1 win there. So the good thing is that the position we're in is that the pressure's off against Liverpool. We can go for that, knowing that, okay, worst case, if we do get a loss, it's not too bad in terms of the top 4 situation. So yeah, the pressure's off for guys, and they're less like you can see the team, they're enjoying themselves. You can see that, as you were saying before, there's a big difference between like when you watch us and other teams like Man United or Tottenham. You can see that we're playing as a team, and a lot of people are saying you can feel that there's a great spirit in the team, and the players are playing for the badge, playing for the manager, and I'm very confident now that we're going to get top 4. So big week coming up. If we can get 4 points from these 2 games, it would be great. But worst case, if it was a loss against Liverpool and then we can pick up the 3 points against Villa, that would still be
a good position.
Yeah, still a good position for us to be in a good enough week. Looking at the top 4 situation. So yeah, talking about the top 4. So tomorrow night before our game, they kick off a little bit earlier than us. Tottenham are playing Brighton away. So Brighton, we know on their day they can be a really difficult team, and we're hoping that they can do us a favour, take some points off Tottenham. Your thoughts on that one?
Yeah. Even before I get to that one, another thing to think about with the Liverpool match, Liverpool still have to play United and Tottenham. So like, if Liverpool's going to be fighting for a league title, like they're going to go all out against them as well. So hopefully we can get some favorable results in that particular matchup. And again, just to go off your point, or just to build off your point, like we can go into this game with no pressure because we got games in hand against United and Tottenham, and we're ahead of them in points. So like we should just play to win, and then boom, they still got to play those guys. So, but Brighton and Tottenham, I watched most of the Brighton and Liverpool match, kind of hoping for for some kind of upset, and then my hopes were dashed when they show the game and it's bright and sunny out there, and I'm like, damn it! Like I wanted there to be rain and I wanted it to be ugly because I'm a big believer that weather really equalizes whatever's going on the field as far as talent is concerned or whatever. So, but yeah, Brighton is. I mean, they played them tough, right? They played them as tough as they could, but ultimately, like Liverpool's quality just rose to the top. So, but I don't think, obviously, Tottenham is not at Liverpool's level. So this match is going to definitely be a lot closer than that one. So, yeah, I'm kind of hoping for a Brighton win. Obviously, a draw would still be sweet, but I'm always rooting for Tottenham to lose. I don't really care. Like, I was trying to figure out who to root for with United and Tottenham, and I'm like, ultimately, like it's better if just Tottenham just beats it. I mean, because the less teams in the top four, like let's get them out of the way. But also like Tottenham, fuck out of here, bro. But yeah, I'm thinking Brighton can pull off a win against these guys. It might be boring, 1-0 just slugfest, but I'll take it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Brighton have got a really good chance. I'm hoping for a Brighton win. I'm going to go for 1-0 as well to Brighton.
Yeah,
Let's
it's gonna
hope.
be real close.
Yeah, let's hope they can get that win. That would really help us and put Tottenham in a really bad position. And then Tottenham have another really big game this weekend. Yeah, they're playing one of the direct rivals with us for the top four. They're playing against West Ham. So that's going to have a big bearing as well on the top four race. What's your thoughts on that one?
Shit, my bad. I got distracted. My fault. What was that? Can we start again? Can we go back? My fault.
Yeah, just pick you up from when I said I just mentioned that Tottenham are playing West Ham. And
West Ham.
Yeah, so 3, 2, 1. Go.
Yeah, so Tottenham and West Ham. Shit, man, that's going to be a really, really exciting match. I'm not see. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Sunday. Whew, man, I don't know. Yeah, that's going to be a really fun, juicy match. I think Tottenham at home, West Ham away. West Ham is starting to scare me, man. Like they're just steady getting results, not necessarily like not in the I guess they've peppered in a few losses here and there, but yeah, man, they're just one of those teams, man, that are just scary to play against. I'm actually scared of going against them later on in the year as well. Man, what do we need? What do we need more? This is like one of that United and Tottenham match. Like, do we want United or West Ham? West Ham's closer to us, 48 points. I guess the draw. Like, I don't want West Ham to get the full 3 because they're so close to us. So yeah, I'm hoping for a draw, but yeah, I don't know. Depends on what happens with Tottenham in this next match. If they win against Brighton, then I'm more confident that they're going to lose. But if they lose against Brighton, then they might play hard at at home. I don't know. That's a toss up to me. What do you think? Like I don't even know who to root for. That's gonna be another one where I'm just gonna tune in and just hope for some drama.
Yeah, like you say, like the Man United game with Tottenham,
Yeah.
the ideal result for us was a draw. So again, here with ideal result, would be a draw. I think West Ham, you've got to really give it to them. They're keeping consistent. They're getting the wins. They're losing very few games, and they're still right up there. So it'll be a tough game for Tottenham, and I think that one will be a draw. I think a high-scoring draw. I'm going to go for a 2-2 in that one.
Yeah, if anyone wins, West Ham wins. I think West Ham is just a mentally tougher team than Tottenham. I don't think Tottenham is very mentally strong.
Yeah, you got to give it to David Moyes. He's doing a great job there.
Mm-hmm.
Really, he's gotten well organised, and they're playing some good football. So, yeah, the battles there. They're still West Ham are in it, Man United are in it, Tottenham are in it. Wolves, you could say, are still there as an outside chance as well. So
hanging out there, man. Yeah, they had a big win as well against like Watford, I think.
Yeah, so we've got to keep consistent, and like I say, Liverpool game, pressure's off. Let's just go for it. Let's hope we can get a win, worst case a draw, and then beat Aston Villa, and then move on to the next one. We're getting closer and closer now. You know, the amount of games left is counting down. We're deep into March now, mid-March, you know, right at the business end of the season, April, May. That's when it's all going to be decided. So looking good, really happy.
Yeah, yeah, looking forward to it. It's been a big week as far as like matches, right? 3 matches in 1 week. Hopefully, a preview of next season. You know, with the Premier League and Champions League's midweek matches. Like that's going to be super exciting. Hopefully,
Yeah, man. You know, now,
everything goes well.
yeah, just now keeping a lookout on the Champions League games going on now. Man United are losing to Atletico Madrid. Go on, Madrid.
Injury time.
Yeah, and yeah, Ajax are playing Benfica. Benfica winning there, so I can't wait to see us back in that competition.
Yeah,
I'm very confident that, like I say, we're going to hear that Champions League music here again next season. It's been a long time. You know, that's where we should be. You know, we were taking that for granted, you could say, because we had it for so many years in a row. I mean, we've missed out now. It feels like for so long, you know. So it's going to be such a nice feeling next season when we're playing in the Champions League. That first Champions League game here, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a great atmosphere. And yeah, let's go and secure that now, and we'll be very happy.
Oh yeah, man, I'm excited. Like I said, I keep bringing it up, and even at the pub, you know, talking with my buddies, like when I jumped on the bandwagon, we were very mediocre and just not very exciting at this time of year. So just the idea of rooting for something like Champions League football is already making this fun. Like regardless of how it turns out, like let's say the bottom falls out, worst case scenario, I'm still very happy that we've seen progress, right? I don't think that's going to happen. And then if we get it, like best case scenario, we get top four, should we get, you know, third place? Like this is such a cool time. I think this is a very exciting time to be an Arsenal FC fan. So I'm just enjoying the ride, like, you know, because our boys are making it fun too. Like it's so exciting to see these guys just like the one touch. I was watching replays of the Invincibles. Like I was watching like a YouTube clip that somebody put together, and all the goals were one touch, right? Just boom, 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 like a pinball machine. And then before you know it, Thierry Henry scoring, knocking it in, and that's what I'm not saying. You know, I'm not comparing us to the Invincibles, but that's the kind of what's the word? Just that's what I'm seeing these guys building towards, because especially in this past match, it was just so amazing to see us passing the ball around and then like, you know, just boom, 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 one touch and go. Like that clip with Thierry Henry when he's coaching in MLS and he's like, can you do one touch? Well, then why don't you do it? Like that's, I guess that's the concept, right? Like just why are you holding the ball and being unsure? Just you already know where it has to go. You already like everybody's in the same page. Like so it's pass, shoot, and that's what we're looking like. And so yeah, we're looking really good, and it's really exciting. And I'm really like just I'm having a ball, man. It's great.
Yeah, for sure. You know, that telepathic kind of understanding.
There it is.
Yeah, you know, of knowing where each player's going to be on the pitch. And you can see we're building towards that. You know, you can see Odegaard, Saka, they're forming a good combination together. And yeah, Partey, even Xhaka. You know, Xhaka, got to give it to him. The last few games he's been playing all right, you know, not getting sent off. He's controlling.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, you know,
don't get a red card and you're good, bro. Like, yeah.
You know, he's controlling himself better, and he's been looking good going forwards as well. You know, he's been playing in a slightly more advanced role when we see him, and he's been looking good. You know, and yeah, the interplay between the teams looking really good now. Lacazette's playing a big part in that as well. You know, as we saw the assists he's been getting recently, linking up play really well. So yeah, all is looking great, and looking forward to tomorrow. Normally, getting into a game like that, you're a bit worried, you know, a bit like, you know, it could be a bad result for us, but not at all. I'm really positive.
Yeah.
We know we could lose, but really positive that we got a good chance, and we're definitely going to give them a good game.
Yeah, I just want to see our boys just as they've been doing, even back then, like I said, that 55 minutes is like sticks in my head in that match. Like we were playing toe to toe with them. And then all of a sudden, you know, it's the battle of attrition, and they just started just beating us down. And before you knew it, like I think I remember thinking like, oh yeah, like we're not going to win this match, like, but it was a nice try. And I think that experience is definitely going to play a big factor tomorrow, because our guys know how they have to play against this team, right? It's a team full of grown men. They've got a title chase in their eyes, and they also have Champions League. Like, so they're gonna bring it. Like they're one of the best teams in Europe, continue like still chasing that distinction, right? So like we know what it takes to play with them for X amount of time. Like now we just have to finish it. And like that's kind of the progress we've seen, right? Like for early in the season, we're like, oh yeah, I wish we looked good for 90 minutes, but we look good for the first 30. We look good for the first 15. You know, those first 3 matches that we got our ass beat with no points. Like I distinctly remember also thinking like, damn, we played well for the first 15 minutes, and then it just all went to shit. And then it just continues to build and build and build and build. And now we're playing full 90-minute matches from beginning to end, and just keeping the foot on the gas. And so I think, yeah, who knows what happens, man. I mean, I hope we get the win, draw, loss, whatever. Fuck it, like no pressure. Let's just go in there and just turn some heads. Like just be like, shit, Arsenal's not a team that we can continue to troll, and they're not a banter club anymore. Like, you know, they're serious about what they're trying to do.
Yeah, no, I done a preview show yesterday with a Liverpool fan, and he was saying as well that you can see what Arteta's trying to do, you can see we're really improving, and he expects a really hard game, and I'm sure now, all teams know to take us seriously, because we've really improved a lot defensively. It's been a weakness of ours for many years, but I've got to give it to Arteta and the coaches. They've sorted that out, and the attacking play is getting better and better, and it will continue to get better as the players keep playing with each other. Like you were saying about the Invincibles team, that beautiful football they were playing, they had played together for quite a long period of time. So our players are just, starting out together, and it's going to get better and better. And I'm sure if we keep going at this rate, we get the right players in as well over the next couple of transfer windows, we can soon be competing to win the Premier League and consistently be challenging in the Champions League as well. So yeah, future's looking good. Let's, like I said, take it game by game, Bo.
Yeah, one game at a time. Yeah. Let's do tomorrow first.
Yeah, let's focus on Liverpool for now. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, man. Take it easy.
That's all from us, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share.